I don't know what the hell's going on here. Are we rolling? I never know what the hell's going on here. Anyway, beautiful room, kids' clothes in the background. I just want to tell you this blog real fast. I live in a Hasidic area. Lots of Jews, Hasidic Jews. Here goes the dog again. If you watch my previous blogs, you see me talk about the dog, how he won't leave me alone. But Andrea's parents moved here many, many years ago in this area with the Hasidic Jews when I came from Philadelphia. And Andrea says, her parents said, you got to come here. There's movies in every corner. I said, okay. So we came to the area where Andrea's parents were. She wanted to live here. Just so happens a bunch of Hasidic Jews. But here's what I want to answer the question. They all, it's a pleasure doing these blogs. They all walk, I got a pet now with one hand over here and the other hand on my schmeckle. They all walk on the streets. Why do the Jews walk in the streets? I'm going to have to talk a little louder now over the dogs barking. They all walk on the streets. I don't know why. They stroll their kids in the street. There's sidewalk right there. They all walk in the streets with their kids in the stroller. The Jews with the hats, the black hats, the furry hats, the knickers they wear. There's so many different types of sects, S-E-C-T-S, or tribes, as my mother says, are different types of Jews. I don't know where they're from, whatever it is. They're Hasidic Jews. They all walk in the street day and night. At night, it's real scary because they're all wearing black. They're all wearing black. And you know how difficult it is to see at night? You have the overhead lights. You have lights coming at you. And they walk in the street. And there's a sidewalk right there. They should be walking on the sidewalk. They walk in the street. They stroll their kids, 10, 20, 30, 40 kids. They have all walking in the street. Every Jewish holiday, every Friday, every day they go to shul, every day they go to synagogue. So every day in my area and streets around my area where I live, they're all in the street, back and forth, next to a sidewalk. I don't get it. They're walking little kids in the street. They have strollers with babies in the street, and cars are coming. When I'm on the sidewalk, when I have to cross the street, I say, oh my God, look at these big machines coming at me. I better get on the sidewalk. They don't think that. I need somebody to explain to me, why do Jews walk in the street? I know it's not in the Torah. It can't be in the Torah that they can't walk on the sidewalk, that there's some religious law about the sidewalk. There can't be. So I want to know, just now I just came back, I just took Lauren to work, and as I was driving, there were two Jews in the street talking. There's a sidewalk there, but they were in the street next to a car talking, and one wasn't getting in the car. They were just standing in the street talking with the yarmulkes on, and I had to drive real slow in between like a carnival game so you don't hit them. I said, Andy, Lord, why are they in the street? I don't understand why there's a sidewalk. Why can't they talk in the sidewalk? They talk in the street. They walk in the street. Somebody tell me why Jews walk in the street and not on the sidewalk. That's all I want to know. And especially at night with all black coats, black hats, and it's dark. And of course, they can see us because when you're in the street, when you see cars, you see the headlights, you can see the car, but the car might not be able to see you because there's so many distractions. There's more distractions now than ever before. People are on their phones, people are texting, people are eating, putting on makeup, they're talking, and then you got people in black coats walking in the street. It doesn't make any sense to me. So please tell me, somebody tell me, why do Jews walk in the street? And the other thing is, the Jews in my area all go through stop signs. They all go through stations. How do other Jews? Because I see the ladies with the shtetl on their heads. If that's where the shtetl, is that what they wear to cover their heads, or is that where they lived in Anatevka? A shtetl. They wear something. The girls have to cover their heads, and the guys all have the beards and the coats, and that's how I know they're Jews. And they all, excuse me, I got so much gas, I can drive to Pittsburgh. They all go through stop signs. I live on a residential street. I don't know if it's the suburbs, wherever the hell I live. And in this residential street, there's side streets, and this particular side street, they come out of here like Speed Racer. And they just constantly go through the stop sign, When I'm walking the dog, through the stop sign, it's crazy. Not only that stop sign, but other stop signs when I'm driving in the area that I get there first, and I stop, they come, they go right through. I don't get it. Yeah, not only do they go right through, many times I go and I stop, and they're slowly, I see them slowly thinking they're going to stop, but they don't. They slow down, and they just go right across. Jews walk in the street, and they go through stop signs. You want to tell me, not only that, but they all drive like Speed Racer. I shouldn't generalize, but I'm going to generalize, because in my area, that's all I see. I don't see Chinese, or I don't see Italians, or I don't know if they're Italian. I don't see Irish. I don't know what anybody else is. I just see Jews. That's all I know. Because they have the black hats and the ladies all driving their kids around in their vans, all taking them to the Hebrew schools or the yeshivas all around where I live. You may think that I'm Tevye when I see Mato water. The areas that I live, that's what it looks like, fiddle on the roof. But they drive so fast. When I'm walking the dog, it's crazy. And you think young kids, hip, cool kids drive fast. They can't wait to get in this beat. It's the Jews. They drive so fast. And the crazy part is, they're driving so fast in residential streets where there's all kids. because they all have 5, 6, 10, 12 kids, and the kids are all over the street, the neighborhoods. They're on the grass, they're playing ball, they're playing basketball, they're playing with their friends on the streets. And you think these streets, which are all loaded with families and kids, they'd be very careful and they'd drive slow because it's their area, it's their community. Instead, they zoom. I'm out there with a flag for like the Indy 500. That's how fast they go. Does somebody want to explain to me why? Why are the Jews walking the street? Why do they go through stop signs, and why do they drive so fast? And I know for years, hundreds of years, everyone's always after us. So maybe they're speeding because they think people are still after them. The Tsar is still after them. The Pharaoh, it's Passover now. Pharaohs, maybe everyone's still chasing them. That probably is the case. But tell me why they walk in the streets, they go through stop signs, and they drive so fast in their residential community when there's so many kids around. I even tell my kids around 3 o'clock or 3:30, if I have to go pick them up or I have to go to the store and take them to work, whatever I have to drive somewhere, I drive very slow because there's so many kids coming out all over the place. Schools are let out, and there's kids all over the place. So I'm very cautious, and I drive very slow down these residential streets because kids are all over the place around 3 o'clock or 3:30. But not the Jews. The Jews think they're in Indianapolis, and it's crazy. Anyway, just go to wherever the hell you want to go. Go to Dave's TVEmpire.wordpress.com. I'm putting together a new management team. I do business with Shark Tank, Dragon's Den type TV product suppliers. I got a lot of huge deals going on, and I need business executives, eBay pros, video pros, web pros, and chat supervisors for my chat company. I got a lot going on. I do business with a lot of players, and my business model is all next. It's like, my business model is actually like ACN, you know that long-distance company, ACN, or Avon, or Amway, those billion-dollar companies that have millions and millions of people constantly working for them while a percentage actually makes money and gets to the top of the thing. So my business model is that business model. You get people to joint venture with you that have a talent and expertise that you don't have, and you make a lot of money together. So get in touch with me, Dave's TVEmpire.wordpress.com. If you like cash, you want to make a lot of cash today. And then we can talk about why Jews go through stop signs, walk on sidewalks, and what was the other thing? And speed down the street. Dave's TVEmpire.wordpress.com. Let's make a lot of cash today. Goodbye. How does this work?